Tomorrow is 20th May, the day that Cameroon celebrates its National Day, the day Fête de la Unité, the day where Cameroon transformed itself through a referendum from a unitary state into a republican state. My name is Capo Daniel, the chairman of the People's Right Advocacy Platform. This is a day that, growing up, we used to celebrate in colors, putting on our school uniforms, dress in white socks, carry the Cameroon flag, sing the Cameroon national anthem. In the diaspora, this is a day where all Cameroonians come together to organize party, to showcase our culture, share our food with friends and the rest of the African continent. This day, 20th May, had been, in our memory, a day of celebration of national pride in Cameroon. But today, for the past 8 years, a part of that country, the English-speaking part of West Cameroon, is crying and people are dying because of a war of shame, where a part of that country, for over the years, for 60 years, have felt it is not part of that country. It do not have a say in that country. It believes its identity is under the danger of assimilation in that country. There is a war going on in what the Francophone calls le no-so. What type of national unity can be celebrated in this atmosphere? What type of national unity when a part of that country, the Southern Cameroon, that makes that country a united country, because you cannot unite with yourself. One part of that marriage is crying and saying, I don't feel a part of this country. I don't belong in this country. What then is Cameroon celebrating on the 20th of May? Fellow Cameroonians, Anglophones and Francophones, while it is true that a large part of our territory, the English part, do not want to belong to Cameroon, it is not because we hate Cameroon. It is because since we joined Cameroon, every promise that was made in the United Nations by President Amadou Ahidjo, the first president of Cameroon, that our territory would not be assimilated. It is not going to be a union of marginalization. Those promises have been broken. Our hearts have been broken. The state of the union is that of a war. In the diaspora, Francophones and Anglophones cannot sit together and celebrate because the Anglophones do not feel belonging. There is this elephant of shame in between us, this war of shame. Back in Cameroon, in 80% of the village enclaved area, there can be no celebration because our people are fighting for their identity. They are fighting for their right of self-determination. What then can Cameroon celebrate for 20th May? Fellow Cameroonians, both Anglophones and Francophones, we, the People's Right Advocacy Platform, sons and daughters of West Cameroon, Anglophones, we are appealing for every Cameroonian of goodwill who love that country to stand up and denounce this war and send a clear message to the central government of Cameroon, to President Paul Biya, that no to military victory, yes to solution négociable, to a negotiated settlement. If indeed we are one people, let every political party do not hide why the Atanganjipo, the hawks of the regime, crush our people with the barrels of the gun for fighting for their rights. We demand that every Cameroonians in the diaspora who dare to celebrate this 20th May should demand an end to the war and should demand for a negotiated solution. We appeal to the churches of Cameroon to demand for a negotiated solution. We appeal to the imams, we appeal to all segments of Cameroon, Francophone, Anglophone, to demand for a negotiated settlement of this war and reject military solution to this war. This is a moral appeal we are making. We have fought each other for the past 8 years, and it is time, as they say, there is a time for everything. For both Francophones, Anglophones, for both sides of the aisles, both sides of the Mongo, to sit down as Bantu people and work out a new social contract for one country, two people. One Cameroon, two people. We can cohabit. We should not be afraid of diversity. Even the French government in France have territories abroad, 16 territories that have autonomy, that have flags, but they are all part of one Republican France. Dit non pour la victoire militaire, demandons-vous les solutions négociables. Say no to military victory, demand negotiated settlement to end this war of shame and release our political prisoners, return our refugees, over 600,000 who have fled from this war, and demand amnesty for all Amazonians who are in the diaspora, who denounce hostility and who are willing to shake hands and look for a just peace that is sustainable, that will preserve the dignity and identity of our Anglophone people. It is time for us to look at each other at the eyes and make peace. It is time for us to look for a path of non-hostility. There is a time for everything, and this is the time. And we of the People's Right Advocative Platform, we want to still extend the peace plan paper that calls for effective devolution of power and granting of autonomy to the English-speaking people of Cameroon, so that together we can live in peace, harmony, and justice. God bless you as we mourn and demand for solution on this 20th May. Bye-bye.